Our next topic is going to be nested tables. And as you can see, that the layout I drew for you over here, you'll find out that sometimes when you have a complex layout of your table, you cannot reach a certain point or reach your goal with just one table and dividing in the cells, because you'll find yourself frustrated and you'll find yourself battling with all the different cells, trying to align them properly. So sometimes it's better off that if you have too much complexity, what you do is you create a table inside a cell and then create the divisions there. So for instance, let's take an example here. So let's say, for instance, that I have a table, or this is my web page, and now I'm using tables for my layout. And what I want to do is, on one of the sections, I have a lot of rows and columns and things like that. So instead of trying to adjust everything with row span and col span, what I can do is take this general area and create another table, and then have my divisions here for this table. So if you notice that these divisions that are inside the second table are no longer now part of this main table. So the main table becomes a simple table with this one row spanning over two columns. You see what I mean? And then in the second cell, under the second TD, you will now insert a table which will be called a nested table. Another example of that is, once again, I have this layout. I want to create a menu bar. Now part of the menu bar is that I have a lot of buttons on this menu bar, but this is a general area. Now you see these are cells. Again, if you're going to try to create like 5 cells and then do row spanning and col span, you'll find yourself frustrated trying to adjust everything. So rather, what you do is you keep this entire thing as this whole thing as 3 rows. You have row 1, you have row 2, and you have row 3. And inside row 3, when you do TR and then you do TD, so inside the TD, what you will do is you'll insert a table. And that will be a simple table with 1 row and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or as many columns or cells or divisions that you need. So this is one way or one reason for why we have to create nested tables. Now, on the other hand, remember, when you first learn HTML and you learn to create tables, generally students that have not practiced with HTML before or have never used HTML before, one of the things that they will do is they will try to create a new table for every page and define everything for that table. Well, while the layout, you just want to create a template, because consistency is very important on the web. And not only on the web, because remember, your web is a business, and you're creating sites as part of as a business to promote something. Whether it's an idea, whether it's a nonprofit, whatever it is, you are promoting something on the web. So when you're creating something on the web, consistency is very important. Just like when you look at McDonald's, or you look at Pizza Hut, or you look at Denny's, even when we go to an unknown, strange place, if you see some unknown restaurant, if you're in a new town, you're not going to stand there and say, oh, let me go to this unknown restaurant. If you see a McDonald's right next to that, you'll be like, let me go to a McDonald's. If you see a Pizza Hut right next to that, you'll say, let me go get a pizza from there rather than some, a pizza that you've never heard of. Why? And when you walk in there, why you're at ease, because everything is consistent. The McDonald's that's right down my street looks exactly the same that I will see in Arlington, Virginia if I was visiting that place, or if I go down to Ocala, Florida, I'll see the McDonald's look exactly the same. That is where you have a theme and you create that theme. If you look at Amazon's website, that is exactly what they've done as well. They've created a theme, and when you look at every page, it's the same. Now with website, you don't have a different website saying that, okay, this is my website for Los Angeles, and this is my website for East Coast. When I create a website, ABCOtechnology.com, that website is the same whether you look at it from LA, from New York, or India. It doesn't matter. But now I want to create the consistency in my pages. So each page that people come to, I want them to have the same fonts, the same background color. The content will be different, but the structure will be the same. So how do I accomplish that? Well, I accomplish that by going on and creating a structured template of the table, and then through style sheets define the content and everything else in here. So this is how we're going to create a nested table. Now, once again, remember that when you want to create a nested table, you have to start with a TR, which is defining the row. You have to pick the row. So like in this case, for the menu bar, this row has been picked up to insert a new table. So what I'm going to do now is inside the TD tag of that row, I will insert a table. Not in the TR tag. I will insert the nested table in the TD tag. So keep that in mind, that it always comes as part of the TD. Just like if you're inserting an image, it comes as part of the TD. So let's go ahead, and on page 210, you have exercise C1, in which you're going to insert a nested table. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And I'm going to go ahead and watch what you guys do, and we'll take it from there.